how to beat Zeus
Master of Olympus.
in Olympian difficulty level with me.
I bring you games.
Hello and welcome back to I Beg You Games channel. So today I'm gonna do something different. This gonna be a very long video, even though yes, I know it feels like backwards. I've been playing all this time in Olympian difficulty level, but this video just go back and creating a video about how to play this Zeus. How can it be, right? But everything started from this guy. He asked me it would be nice if I create a video explaining about how this game works. Maybe some good position, some tips and blah blah blah. So I start wondering what happened. What if my viewers, not all of them know about Zeus? What happened if they just some random guy who's never played Zeus before and then see my video and get interested and want to know how to play this game? Even though I already have a lot of video, but that is for the pro player, advanced player, not from the very beginning. So they get lost, they don't know what to do and so on. So here we are, this video dedicated for you, for those who don't know what is Zeus and how to play that. Okay, so now you see that I'm gonna put the link description below. How do you get Zeus and Poseidon? So either you get from GOG or from Steam. Okay, I don't really know about Steam. Is that gonna be any different between GOG and Steam? But for all I know, I have this game from all time. I save it in my hard disk and then I kind of forget where they get. Is either I buy it from the CD and change it into ISO. I kind of forget about that. So it's already on my hard disk. I saved that. So and then I'm gonna put the link for widescreen patch, because in default the resolution maximum is 1024 by 768 or 800 by 60. I kind of forget about that. So the aspect ratio technically is 4:3. So this day all our monitor is 16 by 16 by 9 I guess. But yeah, I will put the link where you can do your patch for widescreen. Okay, once you get that, you're gonna see this first page, Zeus and Poseidon, right? Zeus is the main game, Poseidon is the expansion one. So yeah, I'm suggesting you to download both of them to get both of them, right? It's kind of cheap, I guess. I kind of forget how much it is. Alright, so I will tell you how to play Zeus. If you know how to play Zeus, technically you're gonna know how to play Poseidon. Okay, here we go. This is the roster of leaders. If you're wondering what it is, basically this is just a profile. So I'm going to create one, for example. Okay, I will create I Beg You Games. Okay, then you jump into this screen. Basically it is going to be holding up all your save games. Okay, you can load and then save game. Each profile will have different save game. Okay, that's the basic info. So here it is. There are certain button, adventures, custom adventures, tutorials, return to roster. So if you're playing adventure, you're gonna play normal campaign. This one is custom campaign. Tutorials, yeah, you're gonna learn one of two things. If you are a person who can understand by reading, you can just go to tutorial, not watching this video, because all the tutorial in here basically you have to read it first, all this long text, then you need to figure out by yourself, then you can start learning from that. But sometimes, and these days, the tutorial should be more interactive. Every time you do something or start something, there will be a guide for us. So this one is not. You have a freely activity here. All you have to do is just read and try to figure out yourself. That's the reason I create this video, because maybe many of us is not getting to understand about how it works just from reading. So to have a same match between you and me, let's follow the same step by going to adventures, and we play this one, the most bottom one, open play sandbox. Because there's no goal in these adventures, so you can freely play endlessly without any time limit, or whatever it is, because it's a sandbox, right? Okay, let's begin adventure. Here, you see by yourself, it's open play, no episode goal, so the goal itself is nothing, empty. Under that is just a story, okay? So if you like story, read it by yourself. Here is a story, usually when you're playing adventure. The last part, which is the most bottom one, is you can set difficulty level. The easiest one is beginner, and the hardest one, which I usually do in my video, always do in my video, is Olympian. Okay, which is the hardest one. Beginner is the easiest one. Olympian is the hardest one, right? But for the purpose of this tutorial, we're gonna start with beginner. Okay, and then we can go to the city. All right, what is this? All right, so I'm going to pause the game. If you want to do the same, just press P on your keyboard. Okay, so all my left hand always stays on keyboard in P, open bracket, close bracket. That's really useful. Okay, I'm gonna start explaining from here. So we're gonna start with the interface first. Okay, we start from the top to the left. I will not talk much about this. You can figure out by yourself, because basically this is very basic. Basic is very basic. Yeah, whatever. And then next one, you're gonna see the money, not starting money. This is the money that you have, which is the currency is drachma. So it's 22,500 drachma. Okay. Next one is your population. Currently is 0 because no one in here. You need to invite people to your city so you can get workers. Then you can set the workers to work something, industrial or commercial. Then you can collect tax from their working. Also, you have to pay them as a wage, right? Then you go to the right side again, move your mouse to the right side. You'll see the current date, right? This is your calendar. Right now is January 1000 BC. Okay. Again, keep increasing the more you play the game, right? Or decreasing. Next is you go to the right side more. I will say this feature tab, even though there's many people say it differently, but I comfortable to say this a feature tab. Okay, I will explain this one. I will not explain this one by one, but I will explain this as we play, so you can get used easily for that. But one thing that you need to understand, that at the above the corner top right, okay, your top right, this is a button which is you can open or trigger on minimap. So you'll see that this is how your city looks like. This is your land, a very fast land, a very big one. You'll see there are a lot of things in here. I will explain it one by one. I will not explain it each of them, but I will explain it when we play it. Okay, so you can understand easily, right? Okay, let's get back to the left button. Okay, so you turn off the minimap. Okay, here we go. The first starting active tab are population. Okay, you're gonna use almost all of the things from here. This is where, if you go to the bottom, you'll see that this is common house and elite house. Okay, I need to explain this because common house is the one that you can invite civilian to your city. Civilian that can turn into workers. Unlike the common house, elite house is the house that invite civilian to turn into soldier. So as a starter, you're gonna need common house instead of elite house. Let's start by now. Okay, for example, I will build something like this. You can drag them like this. Okay, basically, I'm gonna undo that. Okay, basically the building of house is 2 by 2 tiles. See that? This is 2 by 2 tiles. So either you click one by one, just like this, or you can drag them all along, just like this. Right. Okay, so this is how you place your house. The next problem is, not next problem, the next what to do is you connect them with road. Okay. Almost all the building in Zeus must connect that with roads, whatever it is. Okay, if you don't do that, they collapse or they perish. Okay, so I'm gonna add one more here and here, so we get that maximum. Okay, if you want to know the example what happened if I don't connect my house to the road, I'm gonna put it here. This area is not connected with any road, so I will wait. Well, I will unpause that and wait what will happen. See, I will pause that again. See, houses is gone. Same goes with your money. So it wastes your money. Okay, don't do that again. Now we're done. I will unpause that again and let people to come into your city. Here we go. Okay, if you want to try to speed up the game, just press the close brackets. Something like this, and people start coming in. You'll see that your population is start increasing. Okay. Good, this is very good. And we'll pause the game. As the game started a few minutes ago, a few seconds ago, you'll see that there's increasing of number, how many people coming into your city, how many people available that can come to your city. So, and this one is how many people coming to the city and how many available space for your people. Sorry about that. So if you want to check, you right click on your house, one of your house, you'll see that the name is hut and it contains 8 occupants. So this type of house, which is hut, okay, the maximum capacity is 8 people. So is it gonna be changed? Can we change this house? Yes, you do. There's a certain stage. There's many stage of house to the final evolution, which is the last one is townhouse. Right? So to increase that, there are some requirements for each house. For example, the resident this house need food from Agora before the house can improve. So we need to provide them food first. But before that, there is unwritten rule. If you have played Caesar Pharaoh, you understand. But if you're not, I will explain that all the building in house, housing building, will need maintenance. Either you need to provide them water for them to drink, maintenance building to avoid them from burning, and then hospital to maintain their health, and then watch posts to maintain their order. Okay, so there will be no crime. Okay, so after this, what you have to do is you go to hygiene and safety. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, from the top, Then you can start with fountain. Okay, I will place it here. This fountain, his job, its job is sending a waterman to deliver water across your how would I say, housing block. Yeah, we're gonna see about that. Okay, I will slow down the game so you can see it. See for yourself. They start delivering, but the problem is they they walk in the wrong way. Okay, they go to the wrong way that we need to fix. Therefore, we need to block the road so we can alter their destination. Yeah, sorry about that. I kind of forgot to explain this for button up here, down here. Okay, this you see that. So here's you create road, and the next one is you create roadblocks. Okay, so you need to close the path so they don't get through beyond that. See, now we can control their path. Okay, then what's next? After that, you put your maintenance office. Why should I do that? Because you try to you press this button, which is sea hazard. Okay, this is white pillar that will keep increasing if you don't place your maintenance office. Okay, and the color of the pillar will change gradually into red when it's reached to the top. Either the building is gonna collapse or get burned. So we're gonna wait for that. I want you to see what will happen once it reaches the top. Right now, the closest one is this fountain. The pillar is already on yellow color. You're gonna start increasing. See that? It's going to turn into orange again. It will increase more each month, I guess, or maybe half of the month. Yep, you keep seeing that, right? Okay, I'm gonna start increasing the game by pressing the close bracket so we don't have to wait for a long time. See, it's getting darker and darker. Oops, I am going to pause the game. You see that? Even the fountain collapsed because we're not putting any maintenance office. Now we're gonna wait for house to be collapsed again or burn. Okay, we're gonna wait them to reach the maximum pillar height.
Worship me, the chaste Artemis, and my huntresses will strike down your foes.
We're almost there. We're almost there. Just wait a little bit and you're gonna see eventually. This is the closest one. See? They will start burning, getting on fire, make the people living. And you should know that this fire can infect the other one. So if you leave it just like that, it's gonna be a lot of problem. Therefore, you need to place your maintenance office around your settlement or housing block. I will replace the fountain again. So this one's gonna fix the problem. Okay, I will slow it down so we can see everything, right? So let's click again the sea hazards. Okay, now this superintendent, they will start walk around that I call, or this game called walker. So this maintenance office will produce walker that maintain all the building, keep it safe, right? Same goes with this waterman. If you click the seawater, unlike the maintenance office or hazard, once it reached the top, it means that it already delivered. Okay. If the pillars goes too down, get too short, it means that this house is running out of water and it's gonna make a problem. Okay. Next is infirmary. After that, you need to provide them with infirmary. Infirmary is, yes, it's keeping people healthy, keeping people from hygiene. So you can click the hygiene. You see, this walker will start influencing hygiene to all people. What happened if they getting too low or cut short just like that? If you leave it for a long time, they will get sick and people will start living. Okay, but because we play as beginner, technically hygiene is not very much a problem. But once you play a little bit harder of the game, they will cause a plague and people will start living. Okay. Next is you need to put your watch post. Technically, this watch post is same goes like a police post. Police post off. Police office, right? Yeah, whatever. Okay, so this building will send Walker, which is the guard, right? Watchman. Yeah, sorry about that. It's watchman. They will keep the unrest, avoiding the unrest. That's what I mean. So avoiding people to go into crime, make a rebellion, destroy your city system. Okay. All right. This is the basic thing that you need to do every time you create housing block. Okay. But only the housing that needs this for maintenance building. The other structure only needs maintenance office. So we're gonna jump into the next step. Okay, next step is you're gonna need to provide them with food. As you can see, if you right click on your house, any of them, you're gonna see that this house need food from the agora. Okay, first of all, you need to produce food first. Then you need to see second tab from the feature tab, husbandry. This is where you can produce food. There are many type of food anyway, which is you can get it from farms, herding, and then land and sea. What about orchards? There's something else that I will talk about that later on. Okay, so farm. Okay, farm is not something that you can build anywhere. You need to see the land itself. Okay, if you right click, if you're seeing this land, you'll see that there is small dots in purple small dots, right? If you right click on them, you'll see that this state is a meadow, right? There's meadow here. What about this one? Just empty land. So you need to place your wheat farm above meadow. If not, you're not gonna be able to build it. Just like this, right? So we're gonna start building it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is just for example, right? Then, like I said before, all the building needs to connect with roads. So you need to connect it or they will get collapsed. Is it done? Not yet. You need to adjust them with maintenance office also. Like I said before, aside housing, you only need maintenance office to keep all the structure from getting collapsed or destroyed or burned. Right? Then you're gonna need to wait them until they harvest. Okay? You right click on that structure, for example this farm, you'll see the production is 9% complete. Okay? Once you reach 100%, it doesn't mean that you need to wait until 100%. No. This production rate is just saying that once you reach 100%, you'll get the maximum quantity of food from this building because it will harvest for every July. You can see that the next wheat harvest is in July. So if once we reach July and you're not reaching 100% complete, then you can get maybe that percentage of number of food. For example, if you have normally you'll get around 16 food. If you only reach 50%, then you only get 8 food, right? That's it. This building need 10 people to work, but sadly, it can only filled by 9 employees. What happened? Because this 128 people, if you click this the third tab, you'll see that we are needed 5 workers. We need more people to work. Okay, therefore, either you add more house to your city, or you need to evolve them, increase them, or improve them so they can change and expand their capacity. Right? Then next is,
Worship me, the great Zeus.
while we're waiting for this to harvest, is you're gonna need to build granary. This is where the food stores. Okay, once they harvest, they don't know where to go. They cannot directly send it to the housing to these people. No, they're not. They have to collect that into one space, one place, which is granary. Sorry about that. Which is granary. Okay, if you right click on a granary, you'll see that they can accept fish, meat, cheese, and wheat. For now, we can produce all of them. Okay, I'm going to show you one by one how to get them, right? So this is the orders where you can what did I do? Okay, where you can set accept, which is they will accepting that goods, or get. We'll talk about this later on, which is in an advanced session, because this is more complicated than you think. And empty, we're going to talk about that again later on, because get and empty has the same reason for that. But don't accept, it means that you will decline. You will not taking any goods in kind of fish. Okay, you're not gonna taking any fish to this granary. So you can set this individually. Sorry about that. Individually for each granary. For example, this one, I will only I will close all the path into don't accept by pressing this button. I will only accept this granary with wheat. And this one, I will only accept fish. Okay, this is one of the example, right? Okay, now we're having 5 unemployed. This is pretty good right now. Okay, now I will expand the other food while we're waiting. Oh, no. Sorry. Yeah, I will. Sorry about that. I will expand the other food. Okay, let's remove this. Okay, the third button here is for clearing the area. You can delete building from here. For example, I want to delete this infirmary just by click this button and then just click this infirmary. Oops, but you made a mistake. I don't want to delete infirmary. I just wanted to try. Then how I turn it back. So once you delete something, you'll see that the fourth button is just enabled, which is undo. You can do it in certain of time. So there's a range of time that will provide you to undo that action before. So yeah, but once you out of that range of time, the undo button will turn off again. Alright, what I do next is explaining about the other source of food. For example, fishery, because there is fishing spot here. Okay, this fishery, which is the fourth button, land and sea, is kind of unique because you cannot build it anywhere. For example, you cannot build it above meadow, you cannot build it around here, but it can only build on a straight line at your coast, right? At the edge of your line between water and land. For example, just like this. With only requirement is straight line. What happens if I do this? It's gonna be happen because it's not straight. But this one, you can do that. Of course, this one and this one, right? Don't forget to connect this with the road, right? Now they can start working, making a boat, and fishing. Also, don't forget to put maintenance office. All right, feels so good right now, and we're running out of workers again. It's all right. Okay, I'm going to pause that because this is already July. You'll see that they all deliver people who send this wheat to the granary. See that? They start piling this wheat. Now we almost at full granary. What to do next? So this granary will not do anything. Whatever, whenever the condition is. So you need to create your agora, which is the fourth button on your feature tab. This is the distribution. Then you jump back into this button, which is agora, and you choose common agora. This is actually an area that you can place vendor or marketplace to sell something. For example, if I click it again, you'll see that there is food vendor. This one is the one who's gonna take food from granary, right? Okay, I'm gonna put it here. This common agora will only provide with 3 slots. But there's grand agora here. We're gonna talk about this later on, but for now we're gonna use common agora instead. Okay, you see this woman, this woman or agora vendor return. Yeah, this woman is in charge from getting food from the granary. Okay, so yeah, she will start buying or getting the food, and then there will be peddler who deliver the food around the houses. See, the houses start changing right now. And you see that yourself that there was fish around here because we only receive fish only in this granary. We only receive wheat in the other granary. Alright, you see that our house start changing. You can right click on it. The name now is shack. It contains of 8 occupants, extra room for 8, not the 8. So it means the capacity of this house is 16, right? Okay, I'm gonna right click again. If we want to increase or evolve this house again, we need to introduce this house with culture. So we're gonna talk about culture here. Okay, so the second step, if you want to improve or evolve this house, is introduce them with culture. Culture is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 7th tab from the top. Okay, this one, right? So yeah, there is philosophy, gymnasium, drama, and stadium. You can do any of that. There's no order for that. You can start with philosophy, you can start with drama or gymnasium or stadium. You control your own order, okay? But for me, I will start with gymnasium. The reason is because it's the easier one. It is standalone culture. Okay, our granary just collapsed. We need the reason why. And if you aware, we have a big mistake. The reason is our superintendent or maintenance office, just like what we did before at the beginning, is walk over the road. They should go here, go to the bottom, and turn left. Then what should we do is putting roadblock so they can go the path that we want. Now, you're seeing that? Our houses start changing again. It was shack, now it's hovel. It was this, and now it's this. The reason is gymnasium produced Walker as the name of athletes. So I will right click this. This is the one who responsible for changing this house. So what happened? So you're gonna asking that what happened if I change the order? The order. Okay, first I will introduce them with culture, then I will give them the food. Is it gonna be working? No. The order still the same. You give them food first and then you introduce them with culture. If you do that, you give the gymnasium first, they will not change from hut to shack. They will stay in a hut until you provide them food. So the order must be followed for the evolving of the house. You can change the order of using culture instead. Either you start with gymnasium, philosopher, drama, or stadium. Keep that in mind. Okay?
My dear Mormon, I have a quest for you.
Okay, next is you see that even though they walk all over our city or settlement here, housing block or whatever you say, some of the houses are not changing at all. For example, this one is oval, but this one is shack. What is happening? So if you read the information is this house cannot evolve. Some of the buildings in the area have reduced the neighbor's appeal. So this building, this 1, 2, 3, 4, no 1, 2, 3 buildings or houses, they need appeal. They need a better appeal. So how do you see appeal from that? You'll go to the bottom, almost the bottom line, bottom button or tabs. Okay, you get aesthetic here. This is the button, right? This aesthetic. You see appeal here. Click the button. Here we go. Around them are the darkest black, darkest gray ever. Okay, this is not very good. They need a better one. So how do you increase that? You go to either beautification or recreational areas. For now, for this practice, we're gonna use beautification and use spark. The reason is just easier. So you can draw one by one or just drag on them. See? This is one of the example. I will decorate them also here and here. Now they start changing, right? They follow the rules. What's next? Next is this house cannot evolve unless a peddler delivers some fleece. So we're gonna need fleece. How do we get fleece anyway? Again, you just go to the husbandry, which is the second tab from the top. Okay. Then you'll see that there is herding here. You click on that. Then you can see cutting shed and sheep. Okay, that is the one that produce fleece. So first you're gonna put your building first, which is the cutting shed. I'm going to put 2 of them, for example. After this, you need to place sheep above the meadow. Right? Then we're done because this is already the maximum. Until you get this notification, you can just spam sheep on that, right? How about the cutting shed? You can place cutting shed anywhere. Again, cutting shed also needs maintenance office. Then we're gonna wait. Unlike the farm, you're gonna see that it will be harvest in July. It's not same with the cutting shed. There's no information when will it get harvest because it's hoarding. So it's based on when you start building and place that sheep. So we're gonna wait for that. While at the same time, while we're waiting, I will explain the other type of the food, which is back again. I will choose land and sea. You'll see hunting lodge in here, right? Okay, hunting lodge is another unique type of food where you just place this building anywhere you want. For example, I'm gonna place it here. 1 and 2. Again, don't forget to put maintenance office or this is gonna be not working or collapse. After you place that building, they will send hunters to hunt. What will they hunt? They will see around the map. This one, the boar. This is what I call hunting spot, which is boar. Okay, they will hunt and get the meat that turn into the food. No, they will get the food turned into from in the form of meat. But the problem is we set this granary into wheat, except only. This one only fish. Now let's open this acceptance for the meat also, right? Just click left click on that. It's gonna change. Alright, so this granary will accept meat also. Alright, waiting. We're gonna still keep waiting sheep to harvest, right? Again, next is the other type of the food from the herding also. That is dairy and goat, which produce fleece. Same goes with cutting shed. You can place dairy anywhere, not always above meadow. But if you want to place goat, you have to place it above the dairy. No, above the meadow. Alright. So the goaters will collect their milk and change it into the cheese. Again, we're gonna set this granary to accept cheese. See, we already have 4 meat. You see this icon here? This is the meat. Right. Now you see that this sheep is starting to get having their, what do you say that? Their wool. Okay. Next problem is we need a place to put this fleece, right? To collect the fleece. Okay, we're gonna build storehouse here. This is storehouse. And we're gonna set them into accepting fleece. Right? This is where the fleece is stored. Not at the curtain shed. Curtain shed is just the place to process that. So we are having fleece right now. Next thing to do is to build fleece vendor. So just like this food vendor, they will take fleece to the marketplace and then deliver it to the people. Or we can say sell it to the people. So go to the distribution tab, the 4th tab from the top, and then you go to the Agoras. Then you can select fleece vendor. Right? Now they start sending this guy with that which collecting the fleece. Okay, I'm gonna reduce the sound. I think this one is already big enough. Now they start taking this fleece. And they start delivering it instantly. So the house starts changing again to homestay, which has the capacity of 32. 24 plus 8 is 32. Alright, everything is delivered except these two house. Okay, we have the same experience before. So if you already know that because we are having a reduce in appealing. The reason is because we place maintenance office, hunting lodge that reduce the appeal around the house. So to fix that, we need a better aesthetic or beautification that surround this building. For example, let's remove this first. I will change it into using recreational and use gazebo. Let's try with that. Oh, it's still not working. So we need a better one. And the best one, I will say it, is Monument. Okay, this is the best building that provide a very good appeal. If you place it, it's gonna evolve most of the things, right? See that? They start evolving. That is the best. The problem is monument is not always available. There's a certain requirement to achieve that. For example, population monument, you can get it just by increasing your population to reach 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, and 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, and so on, right? That is what's useful for how to get monument, right?
Hello, darling. Worship me and know
And then
me
if you
with
attack
embrace.
the other city and win, you're gonna get victory monument. No, sorry, conquest monument. Then, if you successfully prevent enemy from attacking your city, or when the enemy attacking your city and you successfully prevent that by either bribe or fight them back, you'll get victory monument. And then, if you successfully fulfill the quest from the god, sometimes you'll get the statue of the god itself. So many things. Right, we already at this homestay. What's next? Again, this need access to more culture venues in order to evolve. So what they want is another culture, not the same one. So even if you build another one of gymnasium, nothing will happen. They will stay the same because what they want is a new one, different culture. So either you build philosophy, drama, or stadium. Choose by yourself. The order doesn't matter. You can choose any of them. So for now, I'm gonna start with podium, and then adding with college. Okay, you have to build both of them. The reason is this college will produce philosopher. So this job of this structure is creating or producing philosopher. This philosopher will send directly to the podium. They're not gonna walk over your housing block. They're just going right through the podium. Okay, once they reach the podium, they will start lecturing, teaching people, and then they will produce walker. But any philosopher that's sent from the college and podium will influence the nearby housing. So this is the reason that why only this area is changing while this is not, because this philosopher is just walking from the college to the podium. But this philosopher is coming from podium. This one is produced, the podium produce walker that walk over your housing block. Now they will start changing. See that? This is good. Now we are at tenement, which is the maximum capacity is 40. If you remember, the first one, which is hut, only sustain 8 people, but this now is 40. It's like 5 times larger than that. Okay. Then what's next? If you're seeing that this house cannot evolve until its resident receive some olive oil. So now we will produce olive oil.
Worship me, the feared hate.
Okay, see, I'm gonna go back. Population milestone 10,000. Sorry, 1,000. Okay, people continue blah 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 blah. Okay, this achievement by building you can celebrate this achievement by building a commemorative monument. So you will get population monument by that. See that? Population monument. Because you reach 1,000 population. See that here? Is your population. Okay, enough of that. We're gonna start building, producing olive oil. So I will start building. Go to the husbandry tab. Then you can go to the orchards. So once you click it, you'll see that there's grower's lodge, grapevine, and olive tree. What you need to do first one is grower's lodge. This is the one who is responsible to nurture the tree to be harvested. Okay, I will place it maybe around here. 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess. Then I will start building olive tree. This olive tree will produce olives. So unlike the other husbandry, for example, farm, they just only get one time process, which is waiting harvest and then send it to the granary. Same goes with sheep or fleece. You place in carding shed, you place sheep, then they will take the wool from the sheep and produce fleece. One step only. But this time, this olive oil will require 2 steps for producing olive oil. So you have to build growers lodge, putting olive tree just like carding shed putting sheep. After that, they will produce olives. But that's not enough. You have to build olive press to turn that olive into olive oil. You get what I'm saying? So olive tree will only produce olives, which is not that we want. We want to get olive oil. Therefore, we need olive press. So this olive will turn into olive press. Sorry, this olive will turn into olive oil from olive press. So it's two-step working to produce one good. Okay, I'm gonna place this storehouse just for receiving olive oil. Okay, same goes with the olive oil. Use if you
This city
if you
isn't
right click
hits.
on
Maybe one day
sorry
branches
about
from
that. If you right click to the tree, you'll see that this is fruit 38% ripe. The same goes just like wheat farm. There is a percentage of the maximum production on that.
Jobs
I
are
don't know.
scarce.
Where is it?
A lot of people are out of work. Maybe one day jobs are scarce. Jobs are scarce. Give the tree a gentle little shake and ripe olives go plop plop onto the ground.
Yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, we're gonna wait for that. If there is an yeah, finally I found it though. So this has an information that the next olive harvest is in January. So this is February. So they must be bringing out olive nard now, even though it's not maximum. It was only 4 or 5%. See that? They will only produce one for each grower's lodge, which is not enough. See that? That olive is being processed in olive press right now. Now we start getting olive oil. We're gonna wait again until next January. Next time, I hope we reach 100% ripe. Can we see the timeline of this? No. Alright, we're gonna see waiting. We're gonna wait this olive oil. Oh, we get one. See, we get one. This is the olive oil, right? Now, therefore, we can put our agoras, which is olive vendor, and an agora.
Worship me.
So they will start buying it.
Zeus, and I will make you master
This
of all
is the guy who's the responsible buying or getting
more olive oil coming right up.
olive oil. So they will walk over from the agora, goes to this storehouse, then take this olive oil. See that? They start changing immediately once we get this olive oil. Alright, so there are two houses is not evolved. You should know the reason. Because it happened already twice. Yes, this is because of appeal. We need to increase that appeal. Therefore, I will remove this one and then place population monument. You'll notice that there is athlete monument. So, there are some episode which provide games, Olympian games. So, if you win that game, you'll get monument, like athlete monument. It's game monument. So how do you win that? That depends on your culture in your city. The more you have, the more you'll win. I don't think there will be an exact 100% win. I don't know how that can be happen. But what I know, the more you have culture or perfect situation, it's more possibility for you to win. So if you click this culture, you get this information. Ismian games philosophy is not bad, which is I'm going to click this magnifying glass. Okay, here it is. City coverage, podium is perfect, gymnasium is perfect, theater is none. So we need to improve this. Okay. The game will be likely held in 8 months from now. So you need to just increase the coverage, okay? And also the number, even though we already covered perfectly in podium, but it's written that it's mini games philosophy is not bad. It should be perfect. Okay, what's next? Is it the final house state? No, it's not. This is just apartment. You still need the other one step to get the final evolution of this house. This house needs access to the more culture again. So the order is always like this. You deliver goods to the house, and then after that, you're going to deliver culture, and then another goods, culture, goods, culture. So after we deliver them the olive oil, we need to introduce them with the other culture. This one, I'm going to use theater instead, okay? So I will remove this house because we already at the maximum area right now. So I will replace this podium in here and then use theater up here. Okay, so theater is same goes with podium. Then drama school is same goes with the college. Drama school will train people into actor, and then drama school will send the actor that graduate directly to the theater. Then the theater will start playing and then start sending their workers, okay, around this housing block. Then we're gonna achieve the maximum or the final evolution of the house, which is this townhouse. You see that? The residents of this house have everything they need. The maximum population inside this house is 48 plus 12, which is 60. So each house represents of 60 people in it.
Worship me, the chaste
Again, this is the one that are reduced in appeal. So we need to fix that with Athlete Monument. Let's try around here. No. We need to find another way. That's why you need to design your position. You need to think about where do you put the building so it's not gonna destroy any appeal. And we get another tree from here. Okay, we're gonna put monument around here. That should help. We just need to think about this too. Is it a mandatory to get them to maximum? Yeah, the answer is no. Either you can keep it just until apartment, or you want to achieve 10 houses based on your decision or based on the goals. So that's why you need to think about them again when you design your city, where you're gonna place certain building which is not gonna destroy the appealing around the house. Okay, that's it about how do you get maximum evolution of the house. Now, the next question is, how do we get money from this? As far as I know, my starter money was 22,500. It goes to 15,900 right now. We just lost around 7 or 6,000. So how do we fix this? Next step is, how do we earn money? Alright, to earn money from this game, there are many ways. One of them is from the tax. So how do we charge tax from them? First of all, you're gonna need to build a palace that you can check from administration tab. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 5th tab from the top. Then you're gonna build palace first. Okay, palace has many function in it. Okay, I'm gonna place it here. Don't worry, I will put my road around them, so don't worry about that. Then I'm gonna put my maintenance office. Okay, palace is, it has a many function, right? There are a lot of many function about the palace. One of them is they will be the center of your military, either your civilian military, which is turned into military when there's an attack, when there's no soldier in your city. That's the first one. Second one is the state that you can win or define win and lose when you get invaded by other city. So if your palace is destroyed by the other soldier or from the other city, then you get lost. You defeat, right? So they focus, their main target from, the other city, the enemy soldier is your palace. That is second use. The third one is for you to make the tax office is available to be built. Okay, without palace, you cannot build tax office. I'm going to jump back into administration tab. This is the tax office. Without the palace, you're not going to be able to build tax office. I will going to delete one of this because it's not developed good enough. I will replace that with tax office. This is where you collect money from the tax, and you can set the tax from normal, low, very low, none, or goes up, high, very high, and outrageous. Okay, that's based on your, you can set it by yourself. Okay, but thing that you should know, the higher the tax, okay, the higher possibility people will get angry and rebel. Okay, so use it wisely. So the question is, if you increase the tax, can you increase the wage of your people? Yes, you can. So you just go back to the industry tab. There is wage rate that you can set, either normal, high, very high. This is the maximum, or normal, low, and very low. Okay, this wage rate will affecting your unemployment. So you see by yourself, if I set this very low, you have 373 unemployed. If I turn it back to the normal, it will get increased for 474. Okay, if I increase it more again to very high, you will get 558. Okay, so the higher wage rate, the higher you get for of workers. Maybe because, hey, I get a nice wage in this city, so it will influence other people to work. Maybe. Okay, that's how it is. Now we have more than 100 unemployed. That's very lot. That's a lot. Okay, if you're playing Olympian, you're gonna be dead. There will be a lot of riot around. It's gonna be a lot of problem. Either there will be riot or people will start leaving. Okay, we just see Zeus and Hermes fighting. Okay, right? Again, we already put tax office right now. Now we'll see how they works. Let's jump back into their administration tab, and click the button of see taxes. All of them are collected. This is good. So the higher the pillar is, it means that they already get collected. Okay. Then how do I know my expense? Okay, in this administration tab, you will see this magnifying glass. You just click it, and you can see the report of your finance. You get the tax is 698, but your expense bigger, so your net are in minus 700. What takes you a big one is this wages, right? Is 1,000. Maybe because we already keep paying them from the very beginning they work, but we just collect their tax recently. Okay, So this year should be better. Except if we do a lot of construction, there will be a bigger cost for that. Okay, this is the first one. This is the first way how do you get money. Okay, second one. The second one is by use trade with the other city. So either you export or import. Of course, export, because import it means you lose your money. You have to pay something to get goods, but you have to do export. Okay, to do export, you need to jump into the world map. So to the world map, you can see this 3 button at the bottom here. So you're gonna see this globe, Earth globe. There's a few world. Okay, you're gonna click that and you see this world map. Okay, this orange one is your city, which is Olympia. Okay, around them there is Alice. It's in orange also, but a smaller city. It means you're a vassal. Okay, whatever they do, you're not vassal, your colony. Okay, whatever they do, they will get angry, but they will not betray you unless they're getting conquest by other city. Unlike this colony, this is your ally in a green, in a blue city, but there's a flag right here. It means that is your ally. Okay, this is your ally, tyrants also, but this one where there's still in blue city, but there's no flag red that flagging around here. This is your rival, including Delos. Now, what is the difference with this? You'll see this in blue city, but there's no flag. Instead, this board around here, it means this is your vassal. This is one that you conquered. They will be loyal to you. They will not betray you unless someone is invading this Miletus and win. So in short is your colony is the city that you built before, while vassal, it once your ally, then you conquer them, turn it into your vassal. Okay, so we're gonna do trade with the other city. The one thing that you can trade, you cannot trade is to your rival. You cannot trade anything to your rival, but you can trade with your ally, vassal, or your colony. This one, what about this one? This is not a city, but you can trade with them. This is what I call distant city. It's not there. You cannot conquer them, you cannot own them, but we can trade with them. Okay. Now you see that they, if you check on the right side, you'll see that they buys wheat. And there's a number 0 per 36. Fleece is 0 per 24. And they sell sculpture 0 per 24. What does that mean? That means is this city, which is Thasus or distant city, they buy wheat. They buys wheat. He buys wheat. 36 wheat in a year. Their maximum capacity of buying is 36 in a year. Not in a month, but in a year. So this 01 represent is how many wheat are you having delivered yet to the Thasus. Okay, how many wheat that they are, how many wheat they bought. Okay, so for example, this month they bought 8 of them, so it should be gonna be 8 per 36, or 8 per 36, right? Okay, so they buy wheat, fleece, and sculpture. While Miletus, they buys wine, Olympus buys sculpture, Tyrenes buys olive oil. We can produce olive oil, we can produce wheat, we can produce fleece, we can produce wine, but we're going to talk about that later. We're going to skip that. We can produce sculpture, again, we're going to talk about it later. And Alice, they buys fleece, wood, and armor. Okay, right. So we have 47 for an employee. We're going to start trading with Alice. Okay, so you go to this distribution tab, the fourth one from the top. Then you go to this trade. This is the fourth button here. Then you'll find the name of trading post Alice. What is the difference between trading post and pier? Trading post is like a storehouse that you can place above your land. Okay, for example, I'm gonna place it here, but here you cannot put it on the land. You have to put it at the edge, just same like goes like fishery. Okay, you have to put it at the edge of your land in a straight line. It's not working with this. No, for example, just like this, not gonna work. Okay, it should be a straight line, just like this. I'm gonna put it here, just as an example. Okay, we're gonna start trading with the Alice. Okay, we're gonna right click on that. Trade by land is shut down for now. Yeah, I kind of forget. Sorry about that, pal. This usually happen because Hermes just angry with us, and he casts a spell that prevent all the trading land. Okay, but it's alright. It's gonna go. It's gonna go. It's gonna erase. It's gonna go. So in a few months, I guess. So we're gonna start exporting fleece right now because we are overflowing with fleece. So we're gonna start selling. Let's start with fleece. This is the price of each fleece. So if you calculate it in 6 by 36, you're gonna get around how much? How much? 2000, around 2000, right? Yeah, it's 2160. Yeah, 2160 drachma per year. That's what you're gonna get. Okay, but before that, you need to set this limit first. I want you to limit that into 12. I will tell you the reason in short. Okay, here we go. Now they will start delivering from storehouse to this trading post.
The great Zeus, and I will make you master of all you see.
Okay, here we go. They already 12 on that trading post because we limit that. The reason is sometimes your production rate of certain goods that you export cannot keep up with the number of demand. For example, if you increase this into 24, okay, they will put 24 of fleece in this trading post, but your housing block, their demand is cannot be decreased. They will keep asking, they will keep buying for that. Sometimes it will end by running out of fleece, because every time the for example, Alice buys your fleece, you have to replace them based on the limit that you set before. For example, Alice will only buy 12 of them this month, for example, is that. Okay, Alice will only buy 12 of them. Then you have to replace them again with another 12 that will suck up your storehouse. Okay, for example, just like this, while at the same time your housing block will keep buying your fleece. Then at the end, you're gonna be running out of fleece at your storehouse, even though at your trading post you still have a lot of fleece. But they will count as export good, which is not gonna be able to be cannot be buy from the housing or agora. So for me, the maximum number limit, I usually set it into 12. And every time their capacity is below 12, for example, this Alice have capacity of buying is 36. What happens if their capacity buying is only 12? Then you can set half of them, which is 6. Okay, like I said before, they buy 12 of them. Now they buy just 8. So it was 24. So they buy about 60. Now we have to replace them again. See that? If I set it into 24, like I said before, it will suck up your stock in storehouse. Now you're gonna start running out of fleece, right? Your production rate cannot keep up. You know what I'm saying right now? Now you can feel it, right? So that's why you have to set it right. Okay, I'm gonna set it back again to 12 right now. Once you're running out of fleece and your agora cannot sell anymore, people will start angry and start decreasing their housing evolution. Then you're gonna lose people,
The great Zeus,
which means you're gonna lose population, you're gonna lose workers, and because you losing workers, people will start having lack of workers. For example, then their production rate kind of keep decreasing, right? So this is how you get your money. You see that we already back to 20,000. It was 16, then now we're back to 20. Okay, you can sell other things. For example, they buys. We can export wood to them. Let's check to our industrial. Can we get wood, produce wood? By checking raw materials, we have timber mill. So it means that we can produce wood. So we just place it here and here and here. Now they will start working, cutting off the trees, turn them into wood. See, they sending this lumberjack.
A lot of people are out of work, but
Now they're cutting wood and turn them into fine good woods to be sold, and they will start sending it to here. We get another money. Okay, keep getting money again and again, again. That is the second way to get your money. Okay, so first one you get it from tax. Second one you get it from export. All right, let's find another way. How about armor? All right, armor is two-step production, just like olive oil. That is two-step production. See that we cannot keep up. We're almost running out of fleece. That is dangerous. That's why we start to build more cutting shed to overcome that. Okay, let's add 2 more. This is not good. We will shut off fleece eventually. So we're gonna keep it on check. Okay, let's start with armor right now because we trying to sell armor. I'm gonna set this into 6. 12 instead. The reason is because our people's not need any wood. Unlike the fleece, right? So next we're gonna jump into armor. So armor is two-step production. First one, you need to build foundry that produce bronze. Okay, how do you get bronze? Is by mining copper ore. And how do you know copper ore? Just checking your minimap. Once you see some orange area, that is where the copper ore. Okay. This is ore. The meadow will mark as purple one. C is the blue one. Green is wood. Here we go. This one is the orange one. This is copper ore. If you click this stone, you'll see there's something different with this normal stone. This is just an empty land. Okay, this one is copper ore bearing rock. This is where you get bronze by building foundry from the industry tab. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Once you get this bronze, again, I'm gonna set this storehouse to receive bronze only. Oops. Okay. Don't forget to put your maintenance office to avoid any building collapsing. Then, after this, we're gonna wait. No, we're not gonna wait. We're gonna put armory that coming from this military tab. I'm gonna turn this back off. Is the third from the bottom of the tab. 1, 2, 3. This military one. Then you click this military workshop. Then you choose armory. 1, 2, and 3. I think this is more than enough. Right. Okay, they will start processing from the copper turn into bronze. Then once they finish, they will send the bronze to the armory. Therefore, we don't need a bronze storehouse anyway. What we need is armor storehouse.
Hello, darling. Worship me, and no one will leave the city's embrace.
Alright, we just need to set this trading post into selling armor. And we're gonna limit that into 12. The reason is because we're not gonna need any of them. For now, only for now. And you see that this armor sells good number of money, right? 200. Okay, we are running out of fleas right now. This is dangerous. I want to see what will happen. I want you to know and see what will happen if we're running out of fleas. Okay, one of these armories start working. Now 2 of them. And 3 of them. Okay, you should know that making armor gonna takes a long of time. So you need to be patient about that. Armory and sculpture takes a long time to build, to craft. So you see that I said sculpture. Sculpture is one of the goods that required to build sanctuary, and it's very profitable goods. It sells 600. Okay, to build sculpture you just need bronze. You need bronze. Then you build sculpture studio just like this. So basically they have the same ingredient with armor. Okay, but for this purpose we're gonna focus to the armor instead. So here we go. We already produce armor. You see that this is the requirement that will take this armor and take you to the trading post to sell. Right, good. Okay, I think that's it. That is the second step. Like I said, we just go along about industrial and commercial. So I think that's it. How do you get money? Even though there's a third one, which is you're asking money from the other city. Okay, sometimes not working, sometimes working. For example, we go to our colony, click that, and see this hand icon, 2 hands icon. Then you order drachma. You ask for money for them. Okay. In my experience, you can ask for money as long as you have good relation with them. Okay. The better relationship you'll get. It's not you get more money, but this option will keep available when you're having good relationship for them. For example, let's say with Olympus we have sympathetic relationship. If we ask for something, there are 2 things that are not available, which is defensive strike, a defensive aid, and request for a strike. They're not available. The down, I don't know the order for the relationship. I kind of forget. Not forget. I don't know actually. I don't remember any of that. But there's some step for relationship, which is the highest one and the bottom one. If you know that, please comment below. Let me understand that. But sympathetic is not the best one. Okay, unlike that loyal thing, that is almost the best one I think. So you can request almost all of them. So the more you get down, or the worse your relationship with them, the available of this request gonna be closed one by one. So right now we can still ask for a request drachma. What about the second one? See, it just get lost. Unlike this Ellis, we can still asking for money. Okay. Then you're not gonna be right away get money. You need to wait for them to give it to you. Sometimes they accept that, sometimes they refuse. So let me know. No, we are at 25,000 drachma. That's quite big. Okay, may not attack. This is a monster. We're gonna ignore that. That is a hero. We're getting rich and rich, richer and richer. Oh, our fleece is getting stable right now. That's not a problem of our houses. And here we go, our monster. I hope they not disturbing our mining. Okay, let's speed it up. I want to see this behavior of the monster. Oh. See, we're getting money. All these grants, 3,000 drachma. That's pretty huge, you know. It never happened before in episode. Oh, now she's going down. Yes, they disturbing our mining, but that's not so much. Okay, how do we kill this monster? How do we kill this monster? Okay, to do so, you need to build a hero hall. Like this. Okay, I'm gonna show this. Okay, minute attacks. Then there is Achilles Hall. So to kill Minute, we need Achilles. It's available in Mythology tab, which is here, which is this one. Whoa, I'm gonna stop that. See that? This is what happened when you're running out of fleece. Okay, people will start to get riot, not riot. The house will start degrading because they not having any fleece. So they will downgrade it into hovel, which is the previous step when there's no fleece. So how do we solve that? The answer is you need to stop this selling fleece. Okay, first of all, you just need to stop of them. Then you're gonna need to wait where you can stockpiling the fleece again, deliver to your people, and set the number of fleece that you can sell. Control that. Okay. So again, we're gonna go back to the Heroes Hall. Okay, we're gonna need Achilles for that, even though we have two of them. The other one is for fulfilling the God quest. So you're gonna right click on that. You're gonna see that there is certain requirement for the hero to come. Yes, you just cannot ask for help for Achilles, and hopefully they will come. He will come. You need to provide some gift to him. Okay, you see by yourself, you have to provide 32 suits of armor. So you need to fulfill one storehouse for the Achilles. Okay, then you're gonna need 3 hoplite companion. You need 3 hoplites companion. It means that you need to provide 3 squads of soldiers. We're gonna talk about how to build soldiers after this. Then we need to build Sanctuary of Athena. Right. This one here will already cover up our tutorial in here. Lastly, you need to provide 16 M4 of wine. So you need to provide wine. Maybe this hero wants to drink. Okay. Now, because he asked for 3 true of armor, then we need to stop selling armor, right? Because we need to stockpiling it. Then what we can do is produce wine. Okay, producing wine is coming from husbandry. You go to orchards, you just add grapevine. And you're gonna start asking, why do I just build grapevine? Because we already have our Growers Lodge. Growers Lodge will handle grapevine and olive tree at the same time. But don't worry, they harvest in different time. So it's safe. But it's like the same like olive oil. Wine requires 2 steps of processing. After you build Growers Lodge and grapevine, you need to build, go to industry and winery. 1, 2, and 3. Let's set it into 3. And then you provide in the storehouse. We'll start focusing only for wine. That is where they will store our wine. See that our houses start coming back. Okay, now we just can fulfill just waiting. Time is will it be the answer for the first and the last request from the Achilles. Now we need to deal with the second request, which is 3 hoplites companion or better. So this is the step where we will talk about how to make soldier. So how do we make soldier? First of all, what you need to know that soldier will requires more goods than normal people. Civilian will only need food, fleece, and olive oil, while soldier will require 6 goods: food, fleece, olive oil, armor, wine, and horse. Even though it's not mandatory from the wine and horse, but still you need to provide at least 4 of them: food, fleece, olive oil, and armor. That is the mandatory one. Okay, so we have almost all the ingredients, which is, yeah, we almost have them. We already start building them except for the horse. We will provide wine, we will provide armor at the same time in here. So let's start building it. Building a land house is it's totally different with normal house. The reason is when you build house, you can build it one by one and then give it a better appeal gradually, but not with elite house. If you want to build elite house, you have to provide them with very good appeal around their house, unlike this one. See, this is not enough. This appealing is not enough for the elite house, right? So how do we do that? First of all, I'm gonna draw road first. Okay, I'm gonna try to draw with something like this. This will be around our military house. Okay, I'm going to block this road and this road. You can make your housing in any type. Okay, we're gonna talk more about the military blocks later, the other video, but this one I will show you the basic things. So because we're gonna provide them with 6 type of goods, we cannot use common agora anymore. Let's jump into distribution. We cannot use common agora. Even though we will use common agora, you're gonna need 2 of them, 1 and 2, because each agora will only provide 3 type of vendor. That is very consuming of area, right? We need a more efficient agora, which is Grand Agora. See, this is just like this. It's much better. It provides 3 on the right side and 3 on the left side, right? Now we're gonna complete all the vendor: food, fleece, oil, arms, wine, and horse. Okay, that's it. I will check the appeal again, and you'll see that this is a very dark area that you're not gonna be able to put your elite house. I'm gonna show you the example. So let's jump into population, and I will click this elite house. What happens if I click it here? See? Build this home in high appeal area. So this is the very first request for you to available build this one. Okay. So it's unlike house, you just can put it, click it here, and they are available. But elite house, that's not how it works. Okay. Therefore, I'm gonna use put some beautification and aesthetic around them. I'm gonna use boulevard. So boulevard is stick with the road, which is very good with beautification. See, it turns your road into a beautiful one. The other side is avenue. Avenue will only takes place from one side, while boulevard will take two sides. You see the difference, right? Okay, I will undo that. Time is up, so I need to delete that instead. I will use another boulevard because boulevard is better point for beautification around. And we're gonna see the sea uphill again. See that?
Strike down your foes.
It is, this boulevard is much better combined with this, right? The reason is we are quite far away from the other buildings, so the area of appeal is not getting reduced. Next one, I am going to put another decoration. I'm going to use hedge mesh. This is 3x3 structure. Okay, I will start decorating right now. Wait. I think I made a mistake. Can I build it here? Oh, we can, right? I will start decorating behind the... What? I just hear an attack. Oh, it was here. Yep. Okay. I think this is pretty good right now. Let's check the appeal. See, now it's much better right now. We can start building elite house.
And I will make you
Okay.
master of all you
1, 2, 3, and 4. It's gonna go easy. Okay. Same goes with the elite house. This elite house will need water, so we need to provide them with a fountain, with maintenance office, and infirmary. What about watch post? We don't need that because this is soldier, so they already set them good enough. Okay, there is fire in city because we haven't built maintenance office yet. Now is all safe, right? Good. Almost there. We are almost there. Now, if you right click on the resident, it's abandoned. The reason is they need access to the culture. So I will tell you, this house, this elite house requires all 4 to get them into the maximum stage. So I'm going to show it here. Okay, this is the, no, not this one. This is the culture tab. Okay, resident requires all of them. Okay, all of them to get them into the final stage. But for them to be function, they only need 3 of them. So we're gonna put our podium here, and our gymnasium here, and then our theater here. If you lose one of them, they're not gonna be evolved. They will still get abandoned. Okay, so that's the difference between housing. Now they all start evolution, right? But how come the podium is filled? Because we already have college. So at least one college can sustain 2 podiums. Same goes with the theater. One drama school can sustain 2 drama school. 2 theaters. Okay. Unlike both of them, this gymnasium can stand alone. They can produce Walker without any additional building. Alright, now our house, our elite house start evolving. This is the second evolution. The last step is you need to provide a horse. Okay, this is a manor. Okay, they just need the final evolution, which is stadium, like I said before. Either you put it inside or you put it outside. The problem is that what they need is this elite house. What they need is competitors, which is competitors is coming from this gymnasium that send into stadium. just like theater and drama school, just like philosopher college with podium. So use wisely and design wisely where you gonna put your gymnasium. So there's a path where athletes will walk around elite house that get passed through and then goes to the stadium. So for this purpose, I'm gonna put the stadium inside this housing block. Because after this athletes come to stadium will produce walker, which is introduce another culture which is competitors. Right? Then will it be evolved? No, the last one they need horses. How do we provide horses? Horses coming from, you go to the military and then you'll see this horse range, right? This horse range will get wheat, then getting it to produce horse. After that, this horse can be used from this horse vendor and delivered to the elite house and change into a state just like this. Okay, now they have everything. Don't forget to put this maintenance building or this horse range will be destroyed. Okay, I guess we're almost done there. See that? We only provide 16 wine, 3 armor, no unrest. Now the final state we're gonna talk is about how to build sanctuary. Now, last one, how to build sanctuary? Okay, sanctuary will only need 3 items for Zeus. This is for Zeus. It's gonna be different with Poseidon. There will be sculpture, marbles, and wood. Therefore, we need marble first to make the base of the sanctuary. How do we get there? So you go to this mythology tab. Okay, then you can choose this sanctuary. Which one do you want to build? For this one, we're gonna try with Aphrodite because it's the smallest one, the easiest one. Let's try with that. So I will build. Okay, before that, you see that this requires 11 marbles and 720 drachma. So if I try to build it, even though this is in green light, which is we can build that, you're not gonna be able because you don't have 11 slab of marbles. Therefore, you need to provide 11 marble first, then you can start building the base. That's the point. So the other things that sanctuary, you can build it anywhere. You don't have to build it above meadow. You can build it. You don't have to build it in certain land. You can build it anywhere you go. So for example, if I have some marbles, what is happening right now? I lost my fishery. Okay, let's build them again. Rebuild that. Okay. 1, 2. I guess that's enough. All right. So what you have to do is having marbles. The problem is to get marble, you have to mine this quarry. If you see it, check it from the minimap. It's I will zoom it, but it's gonna be in bluish, dark blue area, and you've seen the real map's gonna be this white area. It's a quarry. If you right click on that, this is where you get marbles. To mine them, you're gonna need a masonry shop, which is you can get from the industrial tab, right? Let's try that. Because the problem is there is Menard right now that is covering the path. Even she destroyed or disturbed our bronze mining. Hopefully we are fine with it. Okay. Also, I will provide another storehouse. This is where we can store our marbles and then change it to accept for marbles. Okay. So we just changed from the beginning of this. Oh, sorry about that. We just evolved from the beginning of the game where we have to develop our houses, then change it into how do we get money to commercial, and then this is the last one is industrial or construction, developing with something like that, right? So you may have a question: do I have to completely evolve my house first, then continue with developing my financial and last one is having sanctuary and that, and so on. The answer is no. You can balance by yourself. So it's not, the step is not mandatory. I just showing you how to do so, how to get money, how to get the final step of the of the houses, how do you produce armor, sculpture, and so on. I just provide you the how to. Then your strategy is gonna be your own. Which one gonna be preferred first? Your own priority. Okay. But in another video, I will tell that some tips that you can get better of yourself once you already know about Zeus. But this one, I'm just gonna show you how to. This because this is the basic tutorial. Okay, right now we have around eight marbles. We're almost there. Now we have 10. Again, we're almost there. Okay, we almost running out of workers, but it's fine. There's another else. Now we have around 14 marbles. Therefore, we are able to build sanctuary. Okay, let's start with Aphrodite. Okay, I'm going to start. Wait a second. I need to know what is Achilles. Okay, Achilles needs sanctuary of Athena, not Aphrodite. Sorry about that. Okay. So we have to build Athena instead of Aphrodite. Well, let's check again what is the requirement for Athena. So Athena requires for 24 marbles and 2,160 drachma. We're gonna wait more. Okay, if you have any other question or request for a video, don't forget it to fill it in or comment below, right?
Worship me.
Okay, let's check again how many marbles do we have. 23, almost there. One more. If you want to see how they mine, this is how they mine. Good things, many it's not become our obstacle. Okay, a gift bronze from Miltus. Yes, sometimes your ally or your colony will give you something. Either you receive that or decline that. I don't really know about what gonna be effect if we decline that. Are we getting worse relationship with them? I don't really know. Comment below if you know. Okay, I think we have enough marbles right now. See, it's 29. So we are able to build Athena, Arbor of Athena. Okay, let's build it. Okay, things is once you build the base, it's not gonna be eventually keep getting. Okay, there's a fire. We're gonna check that. Oh, here's the fire because there's no maintenance office around. Okay, let's put it here. Good. Okay, does sanctuary gonna need maintenance office? No, it's not. It can stand alone. But the problem is, if you want to build sanctuary, you're gonna need artisan builder. So if you click this tab mythology, you're gonna see this artisan guild. That is the one who responsible to build sanctuary. So just put it anywhere. They will send this artisan and start building. While they're building, we will send the material that are needed to build this sanctuary. Okay. Once you right click on the sanctuary, you're gonna see how many materials that we need. First of all, we're gonna need 47 slabs of marble right now. In the meantime, it's gonna get decreased based on the progress of the sanctuary. Next is you're gonna need 16 wood, which we can provide that because we produce wood. We just need to provide storehouse because right now we just directly send it to the trading post. So we need place to store the wood, right? The last one is 8 sculptures. Currently, we're not producing any sculpture. Do you know why? Because we haven't built any sculpture factory. Okay, I'm gonna create that. So like I said before, the first one we're gonna talk about this wood. because we directly sell it to the trading post. Therefore, we're gonna need what I say? Yeah, we're gonna need storehouse that store the wood. So I'm gonna close and then accept all the goods except this wood, right? I think we can increase the number of timber mill. Okay, just like this. Then we can start stockpiling it. The next problem is gonna be the sculpture. Like I said before, sculpture process is two-step process, just like armors. You need bronze, then you can start producing crafting sculpture. So it goes to this industrial step. Then you go to workshop, and you're gonna see sculpture studio. Okay, let's provide that with 2 sculpture studio and 1 more storehouse that receives sculpture only. Okay, you may ask, can I combine between marbles and sculpture in one storehouse? Yes, you can. Okay, for example, let's try that. Okay, I will delete this. I will accept sculpture as well, so they will be combined. But the problem is you need to understand the space. Okay, currently the maximum space is 32. Let's half by that. Okay, I'm gonna set it to 16, while sculpture only 8 at maximum. The reason is because a sculpture is so big, it's a big item, so it requires 4 space, 4 slots. Okay, 1 sculpture equal to 4 slots. So we're gonna take them half. So it's gonna be equal between both of them. Now, sculpture will need bronze to create the sculpture. It's like 4 bronze, right? So yeah, they're gonna start processing. Same goes like armor. It takes time to produce and quite long actually. Alright, I see there is 16 employee but needed is 18. So we're running out of workers. Let's check again in industry tab. We are at 81 workers needed. That is may have a problem for our production rate in anything. Food, industrial, whatever it is. Okay, so how do we solve that? One of the things, like I said before, either you increase the evolution of your house, which is not now is maximum, or increase the number of the house, which means you create another housing block, or you increase the wage rate into a better one, which is high right now. See, if I do it to normal, it was 81. If I increase it to high, it turns into 31. We're gonna try it again one more time with very high, which is now 0. Okay, but you should know that increasing wage rate, it means that you're gonna increase the cost. So you need to understand your financial issue right now. Can you cover up a very high wage rate right now? Let's check that. Okay, last year we have tax in, which is getting taxed 3,600, and we pay wages 2,500. So we have some surplus around 1,100 just coming from tax and wage. Okay, but we get help from the export, which is 900. So our total income is 1,500 right now. But right now, this year, we just increased the tax, but thankfully we increased that like in October, I guess. Yeah, so the effect's not that so big. We're can see the effect of the increasing of the wage the next month. Okay, see that? Okay, everything just goes fine right now. We only need 12 marbles, 8 woods, and 2 sculpture. So this thing, if they staying something like this, it means they need wood. Can see that. Gonna slow it down. You see this one? He deliver woods, so they can finish this statue. Okay, usually sculpture gonna need to create this type of statue. So it's usually placed at the edge of the sanctuary. Okay, they're gonna do it again. So it's gonna be 12 marbles left. Okay, let's speed it up again. Okay, it's March now. I want to see our financial right now. Okay. All right, our wage is 632 and tax in only 600. So based on wage and tax, we already at minus 320. 32 drachma. Okay, we cannot keep up with something like this. That's why I suggest you, after you increase your wage rate, you increase tax rate also. At least you increase by one pace. So if you increase wage rate by 2 phase, then you can increase tax rate by 1 phase. Maximum to make it the same level. But sometimes people get angry if they put it in the same. I don't know why. But it usually happens in Olympian. So either way, you can just increase your income by increasing your export, right? That's the other solution. Okay, we were running out of workers. Why does it happen? Because each sanctuary will requires people to maintain that. The bigger the sanctuary, the bigger employees gonna be in it. Okay, so you can imagine how many employees gonna need for having a Zeus sanctuary. Okay, then each of the sanctuary or God sanctuary that we have an ability to give up a wish. Then, for example, this Athena, if you pray to Athena, she will provide olives and olive oil to your city. So she will give olives and olive oil to your city. So to make it happen, you need to provide a storehouse, which is quite big enough. Maybe one empty storehouse and one empty one empty storehouse for olives and one empty storehouse for olive oil. And then when it's happened, you can pray to the Athena, and then she will fulfill that. Let's try to make an example. I'm going to create one of this and the other one for this. This one is going to be for olives. The other one's going to be for olive oil. Then after that, we're going to try to pray for Athena. Okay, Athena heard your prayer, but you don't have the room for olive oil. Yes, sorry about that. I kind of forgot. We don't have workers right now to fill this. Now we have it, okay? Oh, I'm going to post that. You see that olive and oil from Athena. So you can see, I'm going to slow it down. Now Athena's working. Produce some gatherers and then provide, see, olive oil and olive to us. So you can usually make it more, you can do it eventually, eventually. You can do it like every year to ask for Athena when your city is short of olive oil. That's the first ability of the sanctuary of Athena. Second one, when you build Athena, there will be olive tree around in front of her sanctuary, okay, which you can harvest with Crower's Lodge. You're gonna ask question, can I delete this this olive tree? The answer is not. Once you try to delete it, it equals like you're deleting the sanctuary itself. So the the olive tree is basically this stick with the sanctuary. Okay, gonna say no for that. That is the second ability of sanctuary of Athena. The third one, Athena will defend your city from enemy invasion. What I'm talking about enemy invasion is another city that your rival, which is your rival, when they invade your city, she will teleport to the front line and then fight that armies. So that is the third ability of Athena. Then, what are the other gods' ability? They will be different, so it's not gonna be the same. Each god will have different ability that will provide to you. Okay, even the god itself have their own hierarchy. Okay, you see it from the first beginning that Hermes is invade us, angry with us, and attack our city. Then being repelled by the Zeus, but because the Zeus have the highest priority, highest position Okay, hierarchy. Yeah, hierarchy in the god in the mythology. Right. So you need to pay attention with that. What happened if Hades invade us? Can we repel Hades with Athena? Of course not, because Hades, Poseidon, and Zeus, they are the three best god ever. So to repel Hades and Poseidon, you need Zeus. But what if Zeus invade you? Then you should give up. Because no one can invade. You just accept his angriness. Because no one can repel Zeus in this game. So we need what? We are running out of hoplites right now. So I think we need more of the...
my fiery anger. Talos will make you pay.
Okay, now they just send Talos. This is another problem. To slay Talos, you're gonna need Jason. Same goes with the Sanctuary. Each of the hero will require their own requirement. Okay, for example, Jason, I'm gonna put Jason and Hercules. Sorry, and Theseus, right? Why do we have only 3 hoplite? 2? Because it is in the horseman state. So we're gonna build another elite house. Hopefully this is gonna be enough. Then moving out this stadium around here. Okay, so we're gonna check this Theseus Heroes Hall, what is required to get them. First of all, Theseus Hall must be built near palace. Okay, second one, he has to get a good appeal around his hall. The third one, his hall must be protected with wall. Fourth one, having 3 slab of marble. The last one is amphora of wine. So you need to fulfill each of them, so you can call off the hero. Now another one is Jason. Okay, we already finished all of them almost, but we need 3 triremes. Triremes, you can get it from this military tab. Then you go to military workshop. Here we go is Trireme Wharf. This is basically warship that you can use. And same goes like fishery that you have to use at the edge of your land, not above the sand area. But the problem is each Trireme Wharf will require 100 employee. So make sure you have a big population when you want to build a Trireme Wharf, including with number of employee that you have. Pay attention with that. Okay. Okay, let's talk about the Theseus. Okay, Theseus. You have to build it near the palace. So I'm going to give you an example. I'm not going to complete because we are at the end of the tutorial. This is just a bonus video. Okay, if I build it around this palace, of course you need to connect it with road. I will set this roadblock so the walkers not walk all over the place. We already fulfilled the first one, but the problem is around that area is not good appeal and it has protected by the wall. So we need to build wall around this hall. So if you want to complete that, I will show you how to build wall. So basically building walls just same goes like Age of Empires. You just build it just like that. Okay, this become next step. Getting our way. Let's replace it here. Okay. You just build your wall. Then you can put Theseus. But the problem is once you build around the wall, it's not gonna be function because warning, this building needs access to the road. Then how do we connect with road when there's a wall all around? That is when you need to use gate, right? This is the gatehouse. Just put that and connect them again with wall. Then connect this area with road. Then everything's gonna be just fine. Okay, here is this. Now you just increase their appeal around this area, then everything's gonna be fine. Okay, again, each of the hero has their own requirements, so pay attention with that. And I think that's it about this tutorial. I know it is very long, maybe 6 hours. I haven't edited it yet, so yeah, I hope this is now worth it to call Achilles. Okay, once we complete that, there is a button coming up, send for Achilles. Now we can call Achilles. And we're gonna see how he defeat the monster. Where is Achilles? Maybe you're gonna ask, can I set the road so we make monster face the god? Yes, you may be able to do so in certain accident, and maybe with luck they will meet each other. Of course, the monster are gonna die with the god, but you can do that just by building sanctuary to Apollo, because one of the skill of the Apollo, once you have this sanctuary of Apollo, he will slay down all the monster in your city automatically without your request. How good is that? So Zeus will prevent or fight all the gods that attacking your city, while Apollo will fight all the monster that attacking to your city, and Athena will fight all the troops that attacking your city. Okay, here is Achilles. Here he is. Okay, Achilles.
But you do know how to lead a city.
He's not gonna be directly to the monster, doing slaying things, but instead he will return to his hall first, taking all the goods that we give it to him, then he will start slaying. Just like that. Okay, here we go. Now he's returned back. It's time for him to slay Maynard.
If you worship me, my beloved hound will watch over your city.
If you have another question and you need for more information, there's another way to find out. It's just by getting help. Then you just click help and you find this table of contents. You'll get many information inside that. For example, what is the ability of Hades, what is the ability of Zeus, Poseidon, and so on. How do I do this? How many costs of that? Yeah, something like that. Now here we are. This is gonna be the fight between Maynard and Achilles. Yay, we won. Okay. Hermes invade. Here we go. If we have Hades, no. If you have Zeus, Zeus will fight Hermes. But right now, Hermes now facing Athena. And we won. Hermes is gone. We're safe. Then, we still have Talos. Why Achilles not slaying Talos? Because Talos is not designed to be slain by Achilles. Based on a message that to slay Talos, we're gonna need Jason. So you need to provide triremes for that. Okay, I'm not gonna do that because that's not the purpose of this video. It's gonna be the tutorial how to slay. One of them is one to slay these monster. So yeah, I guess this is the final part of this video. If you have any other question or you need to console anything, just comment below. I will try as my best to reply your message. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to press like button. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.